again. I'm going to request big moves first. Or you guys send me the request. Maybe that's easier than me sending you the request, because maybe that's how it gets a thing. But tonight's going to be exciting. We have the Finch Massive in the house. The two, wonderful Finch that come from Finch. When they say nothing good comes from Finch, we know that lots of good things come from Finch. So Lou's coming on, Jay Blaze is coming on, and we're getting beaded movements coming on too. So stay tuned, guys. All right, so Lou's coming on first. We're going to try to get Jay, and we're going to try to see if we can find Nicole. Nicole, where are you? Somebody send Nicole a link. Okay, got Lou.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get Jay. Jay's waving. Send me a request, Jay. And then let's see if that's the way that it's not shipping. Okay, I see Jay's request. All right. Big moves. If you're on here, send me a request, okay? Because it seems like it's letting, beaded movement. It's still saying. What is the problem?
Luther, man, just drive to my house. We'll do it here.
You know what's so funny?
So it could give Nicole room to come in.
To come on the stuff. If it's because I have to run to a rehearsal, or else I'd be there. You know I'd be there right now.
Yeah, dip off soon, so we only have him for a little bit.
Okay. That's some stay a superstar status.
No. Yo.
No, Daddy. Okay. Yeah. Luther, what time are you leaving?
He has to be off by
6:40, the latest.
Okay.
I have to get to the hub, Jay. It's not too far.
And how far is that from you?
What would you say, Jay?
To where?
To the hub.
I don't know nothing about hub except right here in my house. What hub?
The hub. No, it's like 15 minutes, okay. 15, 20.
Well, if we see big moves, maybe she'll pop out with Jay when Jay's here. But okay. So before we get started, everybody, I wanted to put up you guys pictures and everything, but we didn't have time. So all I said was the Finch Massive is coming on. So join me tonight. And if you're from Finch, come up and support. So let's see if the Finch Massives them are coming on to support tonight.
Listen,
I see Chantel's on here.
We see enough people. We see Monday. We see enough people already signing.
Good. I love it. If you're from Finch, you have to put F.
Yeah,
if you're from Finch, put F.
Put Finch.
So we know say to you, Finch Massive, put your F's up.
Either that or a gun.
Or a gun.
Chantel knows the setting.
Chantel already knows the assignment.
I'm done the assignment.
Oh gosh, too much. But I don't know if everybody knows that we've known each other for so long, since me growing up a little tot in Finch, and Chantel, and already Chantel knows. Yeah, we saw Chantel. We saw you already know the mission. So I just want you guys to just tell us a little bit about growing up in Finch, and how they say nothing good comes out of Finch. I want to make sure that they say goodness comes out of Finch. And it doesn't matter where you guys go, you guys still have time, and you guys still reach out, and you guys still support us, and we still support you as much as we can. And we just big up. We just have love for each other, and I just really, really appreciate that. And say it was you, Julie, who is the big moves, and there was another girl, but I can't remember her name. She was Coolie skinny. Do you remember? You guys used to hang out with Big Moves, Julie, Jay, and there was another slim, coolie looking girl. Chantel, you know who I'm talking?
Trisha, you're talking about Julie's friend.
Trisha, yes, Trisha.
Julie and Trisha.
Oh, damn! Shit.
Julie and Trisha was back in bench. Because I'm like, wait, who are you talking about?
She came to my mind the other day when I was trying to remember how much people used to hang out together. I remember her, clearly I could see her, but I couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, man.
So you guys still talk to her? Do you guys know where she is at?
I haven't seen Trisha's. I can't even tell you the last time.
In years,
In
eh? I
years.
mean, it's so hard to
Years.
keep up with people. I know this is the social media that makes it easier, but you guys tell us a little bit of your story about Finch and, where you come from and how you guys, got to keep going. Did you feel like you had to move away to make it though? That's a big question I wanted to ask. Because I know you guys were here long before you moved away.
Mm, I think
Don't
moving
answer that
away.
yet. Introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your growing up in Finch.
Um, Danielle, Phil, your backside.
Hi, Bill. Hi. Hi, Princess Peter
Listen, you don't have
Motion.
that much time, Stop
I
up
know, I know,
everybody
I
and
know, I
talk
know, I
when them
know, I know,
talk.
I know, I know. Okay,
Big,
look,
he
I
has to
don't
go
think we
feed
had to.
people.
I don't think we had to move to make it big because I think making it big. I mean, I still feel like I still got stuff to do, but I think we were already doing stuff in Toronto. I think moving here just opened it up bigger for us to work with more people and have more experiences and make a little bit more money in a certain way. What up, Z? My sister's in here.
Hi,
Um,
sister.
no,
I
but
have to send a request to your brother. Where's your brother?
well,
I said I have to send a message to your brother. Tell him to come on.
tell him now.
I'll send him. I'll send him.
No, no, I'll tell him. I'll tell him. No, I think I mean, this needs to be a longer situation because
For
to even
real.
Yes.
really explain,
Yes.
the magic of Driftwood and Driftwood Center and what we do with
Yes.
Driftwood Center and how much farmer we have to run from, and it's just so many things to talk about. You
I
know what I'm
tell
saying?
you.
Like,
This is
Okay,
what so
let
nice
me
to see you guys
let
on.
me chime in real quickly
Yeah.
too, because especially I really get offended when I hear comments about Jane and Finch and we ain't shit and how we're roaches and all them things there. Like
Yeah.
from the trenches, you know what I'm saying? I have to say that Jane and Finch saved my life. As bad as it was, you know what I'm saying? We had Driftwood Community Center that we were
yes,
able to express ourselves.
Yeah.
When when my upbringing is coming back and forth from New York and carrying the unsettling conditions in my upbringing to
Mm-hmm.
to Driftwood, to Jane and Finch.
mm-hmm.
I'm talking about every minute police is knocking my mother's door, how I pull out somebody's hair, how I went to
Oof.
school with knife, like literally going to the community center and being among creative beings and creating it from ourselves,
From
Mm-hmm.
ourselves, like
express it.
literally
And
ourselves.
then to, I mean, my biggest story of that is actually seeing the same choreography that I would do in Driftwood Community Center on the stage at the Grammys. Do you understand how big that is?
Yes.
I I
Driftwood
was like,
saved my life.
oh, love it,
And
loved it, loved it.
anybody who says, we ain't shit, we roaches, and you know what I'm saying? I really get
Foolishness.
offended by that
Foolishness.
shit because we had it just as bad. Like we were in the trenches and we
We
Mm-hmm.
did
were in the
that shit
trenches, but we had so much.
to
We
offer.
we had so much to offer, and it's like the best part about it is I feel like it was destiny for us to really be there because
Yeah.
Yeah.
like coming from where I come from Jamaica to Toronto to living the freshie life for a minute and then
Freshie
really
life.
really 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 connected at Driftwood Center. I don't think you guys understand how Driftwood Center saved lives.
Yeah.
Driftwood Center, and my grandfather was at Driftwood Center, and my dad was
Big up
across the
Mr.
street.
Brown.
Yeah.
That
Your
was across the street
dad,
at
like
Brookview. Like,
everybody knew Brookview. Everybody knew Luther. Your father. Your granddad. Yeah.
no, but Jay, it's crazy because Jay's the first one to really introduce me to hip hop in a certain way. I was a freshie from the jump. You couldn't tell. It was
Oh, you were
Yardman things.
so cute. Shut up.
It was a Yardman thing all day, except for R&B and when we did the step in.
Yeah.
But we really connected, and Jay bringing that hip hop influence in there switched it up for me. I was able, and me getting shipped off to Elia really shifted up for me. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was at Oakdale, it was a freshie team. That's it. But Driftwood Center really brought together all the elements that made us who we are today. We
Amen.
had to literally create our own way. We had to create our own shit. And when I tell you, me and Jay were like us in a room running a rehearsal / babysitting the kids from the block slash doing this, working out, like
Let's not
making
talk about
routines while the
Chantel and
man
the
them are
Breakfast
working
Club.
out and the window them open and the gym, like we had to figure that out. Nobody was telling us how to figure it out. And if it wasn't for people like Lester and Patrick and Sir to really, really let us get in those
Yeah.
rooms and give us our room 6, you know, room 6 was a big deal because otherwise we was in the games room, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like all those things made us learn how to do what we do today.
Yeah.
That's how I did those little plays and stuff with the kids. I used to make up the plays, ting and Jay used to do, like we all used to make up songs. We used to be in there teaching harmonies. We was in there doing a lot of stuff that, thank God we was inspired by everything, Jay. Like thank God.
Yeah,
Because
it's so true.
if we weren't inspired by all the artists we was listening to and all these different, we would have been up there. We probably wouldn't have even put the effort in like how we did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
And
it was,
just to add to that too,
yeah.
like, you know, even being in rehearsals in the middle of York University, you know what I'm saying? Like
that was out of necessity because my dad was
right.
up at the radio station,
Right.
so I used to
Okay,
right.
station. Yeah,
I wanted to
CHI.
add to that because we have to remember, no mirrors, no beautiful flooring, no Instagram, no social media. We were creating from within, and and let's be real, no industry in Canada.
None for us to even say, oh, I'm going to be a choreographer. Who knew?
Yeah,
people were calling me manager. People were calling me manager forever. Don't even know what I did. You don't even know what I did. First of, I mean, number one, we're in Canada. Number two, we're Jamaican people and we're Caribbean people in Canada. So they didn't even understand what we were doing, period. Like we were dreaming something that wasn't even real.
Bigger than you guys, bigger than your imagination.
Nobody knew. Absolutely. Jay, I didn't know nothing about choreography. I didn't know how to count. Who was counting? Who knew what the word choreographer was? It was manager. That's it. Manager. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we literally had to figure out how to create our own community and figure out how to keep our crew, because our crew was our family. People don't really understand. Like me, Jay, I mean, especially me, Jay, and when Little Shem was coming through.
Don't say Shem, big up Shem.
Listen, okay? All the movie nights and the laughing and the foolishness and the playing and the, those are the things that like built who we are. And then we put our team together and we put our step crew together. Like we was like really just trying to do something. We even know what we was doing.
No, remember do that. Do that entertainment. Do that. Remember, do that. Do that. Yeah. I remember
do that came after. You have to understand. No, you have to understand, because where it really started was Finch. And then the next level from Finch was One Step Up. And One Step Up was really where we started to really figure it out a little bit. And then when I went to Windsor, that's when I was like, yo, the R&B hip hop thing took me, and then I went a different direction in a certain way. But those early Driftwood days, between Driftwood and Jeffries and Westview and all them things, that's what made us who we are today, because we had to do it ourselves. Nobody was doing that shit for us. Nobody.
So true.
Absolutely. 100%.
Remember, Jay, we used to fund what One Step Up. We used to throw the big booty jams.
Hold on. Oh, hold on.
Remember that?
Wait. No, let me drop a gem. We used to do the big booty jams where Little Lex used to do our flyers.
He did our flyers, and he used to come up there and do our flyers.
We used to charge $5 to get into a big booty jam.
Yo,
$5.
First of all, I'm thinking about it now, Jay. How were we even allowed in the club?
First of all, what were we doing with everybody $5? Do you even remember?
What were we doing in the club? We had our own club night. Yo, we had our own club night in Finch.
How did we get there?
We had our own club night. All I remember was we had the club night. We was kind of our own DJs in a certain way too. We had it locked at the door. We was figuring it out.
Northwoods Community Center, big up yourself.
Northwoods, I remember. Yep. Northwoods.
Yorkwoods Library.
No,
Yorkwoods Library. Yep. So, do you guys think that it's a matter of like when you start to start to pick up the momentum, when it started to pick up where you started to being classified as courier, it still wasn't easy. You still had to, really make a way. Both Jay, definitely, I know what you and the reggae and the dance hall, definitely. And so how do you guys keep the momentum without getting bombarded into, pigeonholed into, this is what you need, this is what's hot right now, this is where you need to go? How do you keep that? Is it the Finch drive? The Finch, like, we're
I
not
mean,
doing.
the thing of, listen, there's that Finch drive is a drive more than anybody would know. Period.
Mm,
Period. Anybody that came up in Finch, and I'm not even just talking about us. I'm talking about whether you're an athlete, you're a rapper, you're a designer. Like, everybody that came from Finch just had a hustle. We just
yeah.
had a natural born thing. I don't know what it was. I think it's because there's so much gift and talent around us, and we was just doing it.
Well,
But
listen. Another thing too is that you have to understand that we are first generation immigrant
Hmm.
parents,
Yeah.
and being Jamaican, they have the joke on, "Hey man, I was the pilot, the stewardess, the being
Hey, my
Jamaican,
family, they won't
it's
remember that.
75 job, but it's real.
you have 75 jobs, and it's real because no, they're not going hungry.
It's real.
So to implement that drive into an American market, you're a beast. You're an
Yeah, it's
Yes.
absolute beast.
so
And
true.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, my drive is that I'm not going hungry in America. Miss Sorry.
And not for nothing, that phrase "me not beg friend" is a real thing.
Mm.
Because up until this day, I mean, people might want to say, "Oh, Lou, switch up." There's no switch up. I'm the same person from Finch.
You are.
I'm the
You
same.
definitely are.
I
Jay
laugh the
too.
same. I do the
No,
same shit.
no,
We all
no,
do the same shit.
Luther. No, Luther, you are
Yes.
not the same. Don't even try
No.
it.
No.
The
I am the
Negro,
same.
yes, I'm in a
I am the
CEO.
same. No, I mean,
You are,
now I
Luther. I'm
drive. I
joking.
actually have a license now, so now I'm a drive. No, but like when I'm saying like the same, I'm just saying like neither of us tried to become somebody else
Yeah.
Absolutely.
to like fit in over here. You know what I'm saying?
Was
It's
that
like
hard? Was that hard? Or was
I
that
don't
just
want to say it's hard because I feel like we never did that in Toronto. So
When you know what the crazy thing is though, is that I am very, very, very grateful for my
Mm,
upbringing, because
me too.
being here, you could see how growing up in the industry, you could be quickly influenced to go
Yeah.
one way.
yeah,
But having very strong Jamaican roots, having strong community, having a knowledge of self,
Mm.
it really isn't hard, because
yeah,
if there's anybody up to this day now, we go to Toronto right now, them man, they're still ignorant. They're
Yeah.
yes,
still one way. Their mind, like, you're at home. When you go back, you're at home. They just don't care, and that's
Yeah.
because of the groundingness there.
Yeah.
It's
yes,
not
yes.
very flighty. You don't have to switch up. So I don't really want to say that it's hard. The only
Hmm.
thing for me, I will admit 100%, is that it's hard to lock my mouth. Like, you can't just say anything and anything whenever you want. And
Yeah, no,
I've learned that the hard way. But again, from Toronto, from Jamaican parents, from a
Yeah.
Jamaican community, we want to say what we want to say when we want to say it. So
Oh yeah.
if anything, I've had to learn how to, zip it up. Plus, in the back of my head, I'm hearing my mother tell me that I chat too much. I'm afraid to go sit on or whatever. So
no.
it balances itself out.
It does. I think one of the hardest things for me, trying to like navigate over here, is you can't trust everybody. You you
Mm.
you you can't trust everybody, and you can't trust every situation, and not everybody really cares about you.
Nope.
Yeah.
And no, and I think the hardest part for me, because I come from a place where you have to keep it real with people. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't keep it real, we just know that that's it. We're not nothing. But
Yeah.
over here, you, especially when you're in LA, I feel like New York is psycho too, but LA's everyone's out here to like make it and do it. So when you come out here, it's so much pretense and so much foolishness, but
Yeah.
you have to train to not take none of it personal, because no one cares. No one's even doing this for
Mm.
you. Everyone's
Mm.
just being who they are for what they have to do
For real.
next. So that was the hardest part for me, was to figure out how not to take it personal. I'm still learning how to not take it personal, because sometimes you want to tell somebody something quick, but
Yeah.
you have to really look at it and figure out how to calm it down and just look at everybody in the same lens, because that's probably the toughest thing out here. I don't know, Jay. With so much fakery out here, fakery and money tea free out here.
Say it again.
So much fakery and so much money tea free going out here.
Well, the thing
Oh,
is
you're
too.
for somebody. Danny McKay just said LA's hard. I mean, even their environment is false. Feel that, friend.
I mean, the for me, I really think about pockets, and Luther being my family, he's a pocket for me. Like when we get together and hype is all over me, my beautiful dog, it's a pocket.
Yes.
And especially with me now doing, somebody said Joylene. Hey, want to know? Don't
Hey,
call
who
out
knows
the
me by
government
your
name.
government
What's
name?
wrong with y'all?
Oi,
Hold that
oi.
down, eh? That's how you know that person knows me from way
Okay.
back, eh? They called out the government name.
They call it, and they call
And they put like enough letters in between that. But listen,
Oh shit!
I was saying, especially doing dance hall, I found that I have built pockets of community, and the thing is that it's a lot of East Coast people that I'm finding that I connect with. So I just keep my pockets real short, real thin, and keep it moving. But it's very opportunistic. It's very, what can you do for me? Oh, you can't do nothing for me. I'm going that way. Okay, cool.
Literally, that's what it is. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, and
is it because you guys had to switch the mindset? Because in Canada and Toronto, it's so genuine with the the interactions growing up in Finch. It wasn't that, like, the genuine interactions were there. We didn't really have to go seek it, and you know what I mean. So when you switch it over now, going to America, it's all total different mindset.
Well,
You know,
I mean,
so
we have to realize that Americans are just different. Period.
yeah, they're just
Culturally, we're just
yeah,
different.
totally.
Culturally, we're different people. Like
hold on,
from the fact that we're black, we're the same people, and we
Yeah.
have the same struggles, and we deal with some of the most of the same things.
Right.
But culturally, we're just totally different. Like when it comes to Caribbean people, like American people, and when you even get into America, New York people and Atlanta people and LA people are different. Everyone's different.
They're all different.
So all of our cultures are so different, and so I mean, not to say that Toronto was so genuine and sweet. They were embracing us.
I was gonna say that.
Toronto gone with a whole bunch of foolishness too, a whole bunch.
But our bubble that we created,
really
our Finch bubble.
No, Toronto wasn't.
But
really
you know what it
respecting us.
is, Lou. You know what it was, and it goes back to what we were saying before. At least Toronto was blatant with it, though.
Yes.
Like we knew that's a snake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Or something that the person, because they can't hold their mouth, they would say, and we would know, oh, that person ain't for us. But here, them grin up them teeth.
Ooh.
They pat you on the back, they hug you, and that, you know what I'm saying? They make you feel like you're a friend. And I was just going to add something else to you, what you were saying as well. Me, I haven't had to switch it up in that way per se. I know that who is for me is for me. And my energy, my frequency is going to attract those who are for me. If I know you're not for me, I won't see you. And that is perfectly fine. I'm in a place right now where if I don't see you, I just don't see you to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
You just had to concretize yourself.
It's exactly what Jay's saying. I think Toronto has a lot of good things about it that, you know, like when I go home, first of all, my family is everything to me. And it took a couple years for me to, I've always thought that, but the last couple years, 3 years, really put that in. Super perspective. And when you're out here, because I've been out here for a long time, and the last 4 or 5 years, I think, was the most I haven't been home. So that's when you really, really, really realize where the disconnect is and what's missing from your people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing with home, and I mean, everything evolves, kind of evolves a little slower sometimes.
Yeah.
When it comes
Sometimes.
to when it comes to certain mindsets and certain things. Like Jay, if we had the support for real for what we was doing from the jump, we would have been, especially because we're Caribbean background. They
Mm-hmm.
don't. The support is just not. You know, everybody has these conceptions of what this is. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't for what we went through, though, I don't think we could have come over here and lasted and be the people that we are amongst these people over here. Because not
Yeah.
everybody that's in LA is shady. LA is not a shady place. It's just a
Yeah.
lot of shady people are here.
And
And
hold on, and Luther, let's just add this, that it's not usually the people that are born and raised in LA.
yes, it's not. It's not.
It's not. Like the people who are born and raised, Inglewood, Compton, they real. Like you
All
would
day.
love them. It's the ones that come from the little Arkansas, Ohio.
Yes. No, it's real.
You're like, I think they have a perception of what LA should be, and they come here with airs. And you know,
Yes.
I'm not
Oh.
trying to call out if you from Arkansas or you from Ohio out there. You know, I'm not calling you out, but I am calling you out. I'm just saying, like
You're keeping it real. You're keeping
you
it
know what I'm
real.
No.
saying? Don't do that.
No, Jay's right. It's a lot of people always be like, I think, especially people that are from Toronto, has never been out here, period,
Oh, that would
or
be
don't know
me.
what the industry is, period. They think when you come out here, it's like Kim Kardashian up on the corner, this, everybody's shade, everybody's nose fixed up, everybody's lip will get pulled back. There's a lot of foolishness out here, but
Yes.
it's not that. It's literally another place. It's just the way the place is built, just period, on how you get from here to there. In New York, you can get on a train, a bus, you can walk, a dollar van. Over here is different. So all
Yeah.
these different things that is LA is what makes LA the way it is. And then on top of that, the industry is just the industry, and everyone's a shark out here trying to do it.
Why did you guys settle in LA and not stay in New York?
Listen, this LA, what I'm not gonna
Listen,
fight about
100
that.
and Luther saying 110%.
I'm not fighting about that.
110%. Listen, I'm not shitting on LA at all. I love LA, and you're right. This is, you know, I settled here. I did go to New York first.
Me too.
But
Yeah.
why go live in New York for winters and shoveling snow and hostile people, and when I could do that in Toronto?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I was thinking, yeah, the weather.
The weather
less
here
jobs.
is 99.9% of why I stay here.
Okay.
It's literally the weather, the landscape. You don't think it's important, but the landscape and the weather and the opportunities.
Absolutely.
Yes, New York has a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
LA is a lot more variety of opportunities here. It doesn't say you're gonna get all them opportunities.
Hold on. Don't say that. Don't even put all in front of that. It's not
Mhm.
that you're gonna get any opportunities.
Amen.
It's just that
Really?
they are
It's that
there.
difficult?
Listen, this is life. It's called life. It's not even like it's only in LA. You could be in New York, and what opportunities are
You could be in
are destined for
Toronto.
you. You could be
You could be in
anywhere.
Toronto.
True that.
You could
So
be
what
anywhere.
about Atlanta now? I hear Atlanta's like the hot spot for everything. Was that Atlanta like that when you guys were coming up, or is it now just becoming the hot spot of things?
Atlanta's always been music. Atlanta, they've been writing records for a million years in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta always had records, and Atlanta always had. I think now Atlanta's film industry is booming.
Right.
The film.
So would you
situation
guys
is
go to
booming.
Atlanta now? Would you guys think of going to Atlanta?
No,
I thought about it, but
not me.
I'm here.
No,
No, you know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I thought about it. I thought about it because I was like, at some point I was like, yo, I just miss seeing black people everywhere. Not that I don't see black people. Let me not say.
Luther, you don't live in a black neighborhood.
No, I don't. But you know, people that are listening are probably thinking LA don't have no black people. There's black people here, but I'm not. Jay, you know the run-ins. When you come from Finch and then you live in New York, and then you come from Yard,
when you could walk 10 steps and get a patty.
yo,
Yeah.
Or
It's
when you can
different.
hear a kiss teeth just across the street. Like, it's just little things that
Yeah.
I was just like, Atlanta has a lot more black people over there. Atlanta has a lot more Jamaican culture than LA in a certain way.
Yeah.
Not as much as New York, but they have more there than they have here. And I felt like it's such a lot of the black people in Atlanta do business with black people more
Nice. Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
way. It kind of remind me of Toronto in a certain way, where
Yeah.
everybody has a business, everybody has a hustle, everyone's doing their thing. But Atlanta, everybody just the business sense is more there for some reason. I don't know. When it comes to black people, it's something.
It is.
But
Well, I've
For
noticed. I've
me,
but I'm
noticed
still
it
here
too.
Atlanta,
though. I'm
for
here
me,
though.
Atlanta is a no. It's too close to the South. It's too close, Georgia, all that. And
Oh,
you
I
could make
get
a
what you
wrong
mean there.
turn,
Oh no, it's
and
done.
you can make a wrong turn and it turns into something
Different.
something different.
Yeah.
I love Atlanta. I come in, do the work, and then I leave. Love that. Love, the film industry is booming there. It's always Atlanta has always been booming, but it's
Yes.
just, I don't know. It just makes me, and the guns and the
Yeah. Does
makes
Oh
me.
LA,
no.
LA doesn't carry? Doesn't have
What do you mean
weapons?
LA doesn't carry? Are you kidding me? LA is black village.
Luther, we need to talk about that too, honey.
Yes.
In
So,
our neighborhood, Luther.
Yes. Yes. And it's not
Someone,
the firecrackers.
someone very special to me was accosted the other night by
Are you
homeboy.
kidding
in
me?
your neighborhood?
Homeboy asked him what set he from.
Wow. Wow. Well,
Wow.
LA right now is the world's crazy. LA right now,
The
I have
world.
a couple of friends myself that I know that got robbed or got followed home and held at gunpoint out of their car. Like it's a real
It's
thing.
getting up
And it's
there.
not even like to say LA is the worst place in the world. Chicago is crazy. New York, everywhere is crazy. But right now,
The world
it's
is
a real
crazy.
thing right now.
The
Oh,
world is crazy.
wow.
It's
The world is
a real
crazy.
thing right now.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
So throughout you guys' career, I know there's been some times that you guys have
Oh
collabed
shit! Wait,
together.
I got a
Yeah,
dip.
go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna come off and call you off in the car when I'm driving because I gotta be at work.
Okay, good, good. Go ahead.
I got
You
hype.
going to the hub?
It's 6:42. Yeah.
Okay, go, Luther, go. But so
Hold on,
thank you
wait.
so much.
Not for sure, Mr. Brown.
Oh, Mr.
Oh,
Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Beg your ice cube patty, Mr. Brown.
Maggie and Patty.
He is, oh,
Yo,
so
Mr. Brown
sweet.
had them Randy's party on lock. Okay, I'm gonna call you off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
call you off in the car. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks. So Jay,
Yes, darling.
tell us a little bit more about your business and just how did you now, because I know you're going into not only choreographing but you're also doing your own business and your own transfer it over to fitness with the Joke Gal. How did that just kind of spin into that, like just organically, or did
Wow.
somebody say, girl,
Yeah.
time to market yourself differently? How did
Well,
that?
okay, two things. One, even I hope Luther does come back to attest to this, that being in the industry is really tough. It's a struggle. You need a side hustle. You have to be doing da da da. So I was teaching classes, as well as working. Like, sometimes, especially, you would have like a job straight for 2 weeks, and then for the rest of the month you're not working. So you had
Oh,
to compensate that way. And so I started teaching classes, and every time I teach classes, people like, oh my God, this is a workout. And I was like, okay, let's make it a workout. So,
okay.
and plus, it was the opportunity to teach my culture, that is not big in LA at all, to people who don't know, and do something different. Just add to the market something different. We have Zumba, we have Equinox, we have a place for what could go on there. There's no
Yes.
place for us.
Yeah.
There's no place for dancehall. There's no place for calypso. There's no place for soca. There's no. Where's us? So.
Hey, girl.
No.
No.
What?
So I don't know if it's gonna let you
Big
say
Moves is
that.
on though. I saw that Nikki came on.
Well, I don't know
So
where, I can't find her.
I
Like
saw her. It
It's
said bead. It
Chantel.
said, yeah, not yes. I'm sorry to disappoint. It is not Nikki, but it.
but we'll see if we can like see if we can have her like send me a request, Big Moves, if you're on here. And Lou, when you come back, send me a request so we can pop a few people
Absolutely.
on.
No, I'd have to get off.
But why is it only telling me that I usually can have 3 plus myself?
Yeah,
I don't
Isn't it?
know.
you're right.
Yeah, so it's telling me that there's
There,
somebody like
see
it's
Big
only
Move
3.
there? There's Big Move right there.
Yeah,
Click on
she's there.
Big
I'm
Move.
gonna come off, and you.
Send
I'll
me
come
a
off so she
request.
can come on.
Big Mo, send me a request.
Yo, I
I
haven't
don't know how
seen
to get
Big
off of
Moves
here.
in. Yo, I got,
You're
I got.
turning your camera.
Listen,
Okay.
I got super happy, yo. I thought Chantel was Big Move. I'm like, yeah. Oh,
Oh, there. Okay, it might be working. It might be working.
Big Move, Big Move,
Big
Big
move,
Move.
big move. Wait, I think it's gonna work. Oh, please work. Did it work? I see her. I accepted her.
Listen, something's going on over there, eh?
Oh, this stupid. But keep
Yes.
trying, Big Moves. Keep trying. We want to see you on
Please,
here, so keep
please, we want to
trying.
see you, please.
So, okay, Jay, keep going. Like, tell us, keep going about. So, Jokyal came from, you doing your stuff, and then people saying, "Oh my gosh, this is a workout," and then you
Yeah.
just created it into a business. And now
Basically,
you travel with it. You
yeah,
travel with it.
yeah.
You do workshops.
Right now, I have an instructor in Spain teaching it. Um,
Spain,
I've,
watch
I've
out,
been,
watch
yeah.
out.
We've been to Italy. We've done it. We've done it on the beach in Jamaica. It's been to London. It's been all overseas. So it's been in different places, including Atlanta. And it's just growing. But then it says
I
someone
know,
said
hey, Chantel, I
Satan.
know, Satan. Not tonight, Satan. Big News
Oh,
is coming on. Not tonight, Satan. Big News is
right.
coming on.
So it's been moving, but pandemic hit, so the traveling came to a cease. I would even love to come to Toronto, but now they're talking with this vaccination shit. I'm like,
It's still happening. It's still there. So give it
yeah,
a little bit more longer.
yeah,
Hopefully it will,
exactly.
switch it up. But so where now, like, are you still doing, people still call you and you still do choreography for everything?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that something?
Actually, I have a few projects in the works, but I just finished the Chem and Babyface tour that just happened, and I also worked with someone who won a show. I can't
I
give too
can't say
much
yet. Okay.
information.
You can't, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah,
come back on. You have to come back on when you can say it.
right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like the girl, like, yeah, it's a man. I don't really want to talk about anything till it's done, but it's a masterpiece. Yeah, yeah.
Is the where you take your Juk gals to Jamaica, is that gone already or is it coming up?
We did. We went in April, and now we're
Oh,
going.
April. Okay.
Yeah, we're going for 2 weeks in November. So what happens is that we bring women from all over the world. From the last time we had from Netherlands, we had from Mexico, Florida, Italy, and we go to Jamaica, and they learn from the choreographers there. They immerse themselves totally in the culture. We get cultural uh, uh, what would you call it? Well, anyways, Orval expression and Shelly expressions, who are like what I would call the prince and princess of dancehall. They come in and they give us the whole history behind it. And then we do a plethora of classes, food, excursions, and we really just try to give the Jamaican experience to people who have no clue what it's about. People look at Beyonce and Rihanna and they're like, oh my God, I love the way they move. Honey,
Mm,
it comes from somewhere. It's a culture.
exactly.
Those steps have a name. So it's about just exposing people to the Jamaican culture. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's so many people now are claiming that they started it and they I know, I tell you, boy, when we see that, we're like, oh Lord,
Listen,
oh Lord.
even I say it, and I've been choreographing now for over what 15 years, and even
Mm,
when I go to Jamaica, I'm a student. You understand?
Yeah.
I go down there with the open heart to embrace and absorb everything that they're giving me. Nobody except them created it. Like I said,
Exactly.
there's an experience behind it, a culture behind it, a name behind it, and a person who created it.
Nicole, try your beaded movement one, because your name one is not letting me. Try your business page, Nicole. Try your send me from your business page, because I don't know why your personal page is not letting me add you. So try your business page.
Try something. Try
Yes, yes.
carrier pigeon, drum
And
roll.
Lou's probably still in the traffic.
And if it's LA traffic, then you know it's a wrap.
So what are you, so how many, oh, Luke, we spoke too soon of him. He's right here.
Yay! Yay! Bring him on so I can cost him a little more.
So you guys don't see each other enough?
I am
Listen,
telling you that the man lives around me, and this is where I see Luther.
We have to stop
boy,
this. You guys need to see each other and then come on our lives.
what happened?
You guys have to connect with each other and then come on
No,
our
we
lives
need
so we can
listen.
see you more.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, we need to do another one of these another
Yes,
day.
we
Like,
will.
no, we
You
need
guys
like
just
real
send me your
time.
dates and times and we'll do it. We'll do it.
Yes.
But you know, Luther's Mr. Hollywood, so something may come up. Watch him in the glasses,
So are
now.
you.
Yo,
What you in glass in night
love me
Dakas?
the man. Love me the man.
Watch him now.
We're trying to get big moves on, but the
Big
IG is
move. Listen, big. If I
giving us
could see big move,
problems.
if I could see big move on here, that'll make my entire week. Okay.
Yo, for
That's what
real,
Jay said
man.
No,
too.
big move. Yo, when I tell you, if I write my book, like Big Move and I would have 5 chapters, yo. We live so many different lives, y'all don't even understand. Like, I'm a part of who I
Chantel's
am.
laughing at your shades.
Who is it? Who is it?
Chantel.
Chantel,
Chantel said,
Yeah,
watch
what?
your shades.
I don't know. It's still not letting me sign
Okay,
her
yeah,
on.
good,
I
good,
don't
good.
know.
Okay, and Chantel is probably gonna kill me for this, but I don't care. I have to. This is me and Chantel's relationship. Okay, every time I think about Chantel, I have to think about the Breakfast Club. Yeah,
That's what she put up there too. She said, she put it
that
up. She
that
put it
that
up.
right,
Yo,
Luther.
the Breakfast Club.
That is how long we have known each other. That we were making breakfast for these kids to go to
Wow.
Yeah.
school, yo. And
Yo.
now she's a big woman. Well, she ain't big woman to me, but
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
still my little baby. But I'm just
I know.
saying.
It is so weird to see everybody like big and grown and like see Julie and see like, it's so nice to know that, we all came from, Jade and Finch, we all came from each other and we're all doing great things. It's just so nice to see.
Yeah,
And so
thank
nice to see
God.
that you guys are still down to earth. Like I tell you people, they are still down to earth. They're not LA. They're not LA.
No.
They are still
Except
down to
for
earth and
Luther
they're
right now in the shades and car. I'm sorry. Luther's big LA. Watch him now.
Yo,
I
you know
know.
what the problem is? I don't.
Oh, you're big LA.
I can't even read the something them, so I don't know
Yeah,
what he's saying.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
can't. I can't. You know, I want to have 5 comebacks, but I can't say nothing.
They're
Okay,
Yo,
batting
so
you up,
listen,
so
dude. They're batting you up.
listen.
no.
If Luther's LA to you right now, type in LA. You
Oh
got
my
it.
gosh. Wait, I'm at a red light. Oh God, please don't do nothing. Don't type no LA in there.
Hold on, let me type LA. Let me
No,
start this
don't
shit.
type no LA.
And yes, it's big move. Yeah, she's gonna keep trying. Oh, I see a request. So let's see if we can get her on. Oh, who's Missy Gordon? I don't know who that one is.
Yo, mortgage for mom said road bumpy.
Yo, Jay, tell them about Lancashire now.
Listen, people are going la 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 LA.
LA,
Yo,
No,
coming like the
Finch,
potholes,
Finch.
yo. Wow.
Luther.
Oh,
Jay, you know if you drive on
okay.
the wrong street,
Send
you
me
hold on your
another
car, you
request.
mash up.
Send me a request. Sorry, I didn't know it was you. Send me a request.
Yo, the man said LA road mashup.
Okay, please do a documentary with Luther. Too much people are making money off of our culture. Please Somebody's saying, please do a documentary. Please do a documentary together. You and Jay. Oh, I would love that. That would be amazing.
Oh my
You
Lynn
know
God.
Rice
what?
is saying that.
It's
Lynn
gonna
Rice is
happen.
saying.
It's gonna happen. But before I get to the spot and have to come off, I just have to say, because a lot of people don't know Big Move's contribution to half of all the shit that we're doing in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Move
We
is a
know.
legend. Nicole is a legend. You hear
Oh,
me? Why? Hold on, wait. Is she in here? Yo!
What?
Wait. Yo, minding them at my crush, you know? Minding them at my crush. Yo, we need
Hi,
to
guys.
focus.
Big, flip it
big
and split
moves
it.
in the
Oh
house.
my God, flip it and
Move,
split
big,
it.
Big
flip it
moves.
and
We
split it.
finally got
Move.
Yo,
you.
y'all made me get hype and I turned on the wrong stream. Jay,
Hi,
I turned on the wrong stream.
Oh God. I had
Nicole
to make this happen.
Wagwan.
Like when and I surprised you guys. I didn't tell you she was coming on. I sneaked her and said, "Big moves. I'm getting Jay and Luther. Please, please find a way to come on." She's like, "I'm there." I'm like, "Thank God."
Oh my God. Hold on, wait.
I miss you guys so much.
Oh
Holy crap.
man.
This is
Big
not fair.
move.
Hold on, take a look.
Look at no big
He's
moves no
gone.
No,
more.
hold
We have
on,
to
no
call her
bother.
Slim
He's
Things.
gone.
No
We gotta
bother.
call her Slim Things. We gotta
He's
call her
gone.
Slim Things.
Listen, don't
Wait,
bother with no small move, eh? You gonna be
wait.
flip it and
There's
split it big move
nothing small
forever.
about me.
Nicole!
Hi, Luther.
Yo! Nick, I want to squeeze you up. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I miss you guys too, man. Holy, don't do this.
it's
Nikki, you
so
know how much
nice to
trouble?
see
You know how much
everybody.
trouble we used to get in that school?
Or Jay, remember when we used to skinny dip in the pool at Dripper Community Center?
Watch out, no skinny dip. Watch out, no.
No,
Oh,
but
no.
wait. But
Oh,
Luther!
wait.
yo. Slim
No.
moves. Yes, that's what we gotta call her now. Is Slim moves.
Slim
No!
move. Look here, Slim move.
No!
The
No slim
amount
moves.
of, no,
It's
wait.
always been
The
She
me.
will
amount of
always
Always
be
been
big
harmonies,
me.
moves. She will
the amount of
always be
harmonies
big
Big
moves.
Move used to sing with everybody. People don't really know.
Listen, the slim move is the big move, eh?
Yo,
That's right.
Can't change the name. The slim move
So
is the big move. What you mean?
yo,
Oh,
Big
you
Move. Hey,
guys.
minute.
Yeah.
Wait, Nicole. You, if it wasn't for, yo, I want to
Okay,
say so many
hold
things.
on. Before we go there,
You guys are not going to do this
because
to me. I came to say hi. Stop it.
no, Luther has to go.
I
So
literally
let
have 2
yeah.
minutes. I have 2 minutes.
Okay,
Ah!
Luther, you already set it up. So let's just go into it. When we are talking about the contribution that this girl made into the development of, just the movement between Blaze
Yes.
Entertainment and Do That.
Yes.
This girl would defy everything that was stereotyped as a big move. The girl would
From
hold
the
up
jump.
her foot, see, right here, and drop it down into the
Yes,
ground
we
and be in a
remember.
split.
Yes.
Before it was popular.
Jay, but not even just that. She was a track star, and she could sing, and she could dance. Nicole could flip. Nicole was doing things, and she could get it. Yo, Nicole could bust.
Yeah.
She defied
Nicole was getting
everything.
it.
She
And
was
Nicole, you
definitely.
don't know, like you made the up and coming chubbiers young because I was big girl when I was coming up. You made it possible for us. And that's why I was doing dancing with Jay, is because I saw you doing it and doing it flawlessly. And nobody could tell to Nicole that she was big enough. Because Nicole had the confidence
Listen, hold on
and
there.
Oman.
Hold on there. You could hold on. The difference is that you could tell Nicole that she was big.
Yeah.
But because she embraced it.
Yes,
I'm
yes. The
big,
confidence.
I'm
Nicole
beautiful, I
embraced
could
it.
do this. She was the first, if we want to put it, Dove commercial. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Before,
Yes.
Embrace
Yes.
your body. Yes, yes.
an
Take your
inspiration on the
flowers. Yes, she
block.
deserved it all. And that's why over the years, like I've always, like, even with your weight loss journey, with everything, you are still epitome of, Finch, and still giving us all the encouragement and all that you did back then. So keep going, girl. And yes, we're giving you your flowers in life
Listen,
because
I
you
had to
deserve it.
because people don't know it and people don't really see us around each other a lot to even
Yeah.
understand the connection. And the connection was like when I tell you Nicole and I go back from Elia to Jeffries to one step up to the damn con at the damn school, getting the car. Yo,
Spectrum.
first of all, remember, you went to LA first and was telling us how it was. Remember, Swoop,
Tell
Moody,
us that story,
Looney.
Nikki.
It's
That's
just way
why,
too many
long
things
story
to.
short, Julie ended up in California because we met when we did the show up here at Lamport Stadium. We ended up chilling with CC Pennington's dancers. We all became friends. They sent us tickets, and we ended up going down to California that time.
Hold
It
on,
just
yet.
happened
Them I
that
get
quickly.
fly out before fly out was
Them I get
I
popular.
fly
know,
out
get
before
you
them I
out
fly
here.
out.
Get
Them
you
get
out.
fly out.
Where's Julie?
Them
Yo,
I get
where's
fly
No, I
out
Julie?
tried to
before the
get
fly
Julie. I
out.
did try to get Julie because I knew Julie was. I did try to get Julie, but I told her, I'm going to keep trying to connect you guys all.
Yeah.
'Cause it would be so nice to see all you
Wait,
guys together.
wait, Julie's on here?
No, she's
No, not
not.
No.
yet.
Oh.
That would
No,
be
but I sent.
insane.
What's that? Hollywood.
That would be
What's that? Hollywood hearing?
I heard
Listen.
Jay's acting like she's not Miss Hollywood too, eh? She
Yo,
acting like she's
Me.
not Miss
that's what
Hollywood.
Mitch I said. Don't make Jay fool you,
I know. Don't make she fool
Don't
us.
make Jay fool you.
She's not fooling anybody. She's
Do you
not
have
fooling
me? Do you see me?
anybody.
Hey, you see me with any doctors in my car?
Yo, move on, go Doctors are gone. Doctors are gone.
Luther, bring your dog over for me to babysit now.
I know. Yo, he's at the camp right now.
Him and the dog. Him and the
Oh
dog
my
boy.
gosh, I'm thinking about it, Jay. Like, how's your son?
Okay, hold
How's
on. I don't know
Hold on,
what
wait.
trouble.
We're
Listen, I
not
don't
even
know
gonna
what
talk
trouble
about
you
her
used to.
son
Hold on. I don't
We
know
will
what
get
trouble
into
you used
we
to
will
get
get into
into.
the beautiful Jay's
because he's
son.
a grown man. You hear me?
Yes.
I know, I
No.
know.
Let me explain something real quick before I jump off this up. One day I went outside my house and I was getting some stuff from my car, like groceries or whatever, and a black car zoomed down the street, and all I heard was a head stick out. Mind you, I don't hear none of this ever. What I said, bad man? So then I was like,
Hold on,
wait.
Mr. Hip Hop. Hold on,
I said,
hold on.
wait. Wait, I said, bad man, who? No one talks like that. I'm like, who's that? And then they drove off. And I was like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, yo, just initially I was like, not in everything I go on still. And then I was like, yo, who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? And then 10 minutes later, Jay calls me like, yo, I'm like, yo, was that? No. I was like, wow.
No, but
But it's like
the crazy part of it is that
Sorry, that's my
you fully
granddaughter.
replied to him
Of course I
accordingly,
did.
not
Because that's
knowing
a
who it was.
natural wanted to
but
come
he knows
out.
he don't hear it often, so he has to reply.
Yes, and it came out naturally right away.
Listen, you know what we would do? We would go. Me and my son would go to Luther's house and don't knock the door.
Yeah.
Just take pictures, selfies on his porch, and send it to him.
Yo, Jay put her foot on my car. She put her foot on my car and took a picture of it and said, yeah, what they are. I'm like, yo, get her out. Nicole.
It's so weird.
Nicole,
It's
it's the
so weird
same
to
thing.
see. It's
the
so
same
weird
thing
to
she
see
used
her
to do.
son because her
I
son
love
is
it.
like a carbon copy of her, like attitude,
Awesome.
everything. It's so weird.
Okay, look,
Crazy.
guys, I
I have
gotta
a
go.
story to tell. Hold on. I have a story to tell. I actually have two. I tell Luther this story all the time, but I'm going to tell it to the world. There was one day when we were in, I think Jeffrey. I think it was Jeffrey. And me and Luther are standing up side by side washing dishes. And he's like, you want to hear a song that I wrote? I was like, you write songs? I didn't write songs. This is when One Step Up was going on. He was like, you want to hear a song I wrote? And we're washing dishes, and he closes his eyes and he just starts singing.
No,
He's singing. And I'm looking at him.
Nicole!
And I'm looking at him. I was like, where did all this come from?
No, Nicole.
Then he was like, you know, one day I'm gonna work with Mary J. Blige, and
Oh
I'm gonna
no,
do
don't
this, and I'm gonna do
say
this,
this.
and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. Just like you can give me my flowers, I'm gonna give you yours. You did it.
Aw.
Yeah, look at that.
You did
Yo.
it.
Aw.
We were just randomly washing dishes. You did it.
Wow.
You went the complete opposite route. I thought you were gonna be the world's next famous rapper, like you should have been.
Oh my gosh.
That or a history teacher.
Wow.
History teacher. I didn't know you
Yeah,
were going
Yes,
there.
because you,
that's why I
if
went.
you guys understood the amount of knowledge this woman has outside of dance,
Yo,
Wow,
Luther,
history
you
Luther's a
would be
teacher.
smart
more
kid.
creative. Can I tell
That's why I
you,
went to
there were times
Windsor.
in practice.
I went to
There were times
Windsor
in
for
practice
that.
when Jay would be like, no, do it again. And I'm like, I can't. She's like, stop using your weight as an excuse. Do it again.
Aw.
She wouldn't let me slide. So when I performed, I had to perform because behind the scenes, I'm getting beaten.
Yeah.
You understand me? She beat me. You know what I mean? But Jay, I want to let you know, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because on the team, I never felt a way because I was the biggest person. You understand me? The crowd made me feel a way, but you guys were like, wait until she does this. Wait, you guys were the first to believe in me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't have to prove myself or not. You guys just saw it and said, yeah. But I saw all of this for you guys because you guys are too big from where we came from because of the small mind.
Yeah.
And you guys had bigger,
Mm.
bigger, bigger dreams. I love you. Mwah! So
Yeah.
thinking proud.
See.
I run regular and tell people to me, no. What? Yeah, but
But you have
Mine,
to.
mine you get stoned. You don't know how to means mine you get stoned.
I'm done.
No.
you know?
No,
Luther,
you guys.
that's the hub.
First things first. You think, hold on, where are you? What kind of establishment?
I know Luther
Isn't
did
that
this for
his dance studio? It's his
What's that?
studio, isn't it?
Are you
I
going
seen
to
it
the
on his
studio?
stories.
He's going to work.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why you
okay.
can't stay on with us.
Sorry
Luther,
But
you're
guys,
yeah,
the
I
I
have
just
hub.
to
want to
I have
share
to
those
go.
two stories.
I'm gonna jump on.
I just
I'm
want
gonna
to
try
share those
jumping after.
stories.
Thank
Bye.
Love you,
you.
big
Thank
move.
you,
Love you.
Lou.
Love you
We
guys.
will.
Love
We'll
you.
do
All
it
right.
again.
Chantel, next time I want to see you. Bye. Okay, bye.
Yes, we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
We'll do it again so we can get Chantel on too.
Jay,
Absolutely.
you already know what it is.
Luther, I do know what it is. You live around the corner and you don't come visit me.
Move from your backside.
So how much you request
Bye.
a reunion?
Bye.
You guys
Bye.
are
I'm
still have the
requesting a
same
reunion.
dynamics as when we were young. Like you and Lou, Jay, still have the same dynamics for when
Ain't
you were
nothing
young.
changed. Ain't nothing
I
changed.
swear.
Yeah.
Right, Big Move? They're still always bothering up each other. Like brother, sister. Brother,
Mad.
sister,
He
boy.
is my
And people
bro. That's my
understand each
bro.
other.
He's bananas.
To everybody else, it's weird, but to them, it's life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's to us, we know it because we know it's all a love and we know it they come from far, you know what I mean? So we were just talking, Big Moves, about like, coming up in Finch and all the negativity that, it stems from, but we only think of it as the reasons why we persevered, the reason why we are who we are in some shape, that it gave us that. So what do you for you? Because,
Oh, wow. For me, let's just say, what did Jay and Finch do for me? Whew. It was more Driftwood Community Center.
yeah, that's what everybody's saying.
It was Driftwood. It was the step. It was the bridge. It was the convenience store around it was the neighborhood. It was the people we grew up with. Yeah, we had beef or whatever, but it was nothing like this. You understand me? We could get into a fight today, and I'd see you tomorrow, and I'd be able to point and laugh at you and say, yo, I bust your ass last night. Kya.
Yeah.
And we'd still be able to go on our way. You'd be able to raise your children. I can raise mine.
Mhm.
Them
Yeah.
people, you know what it is? They don't business. I don't want to see you again. I don't ever want to see you again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You understand me? And sometimes it's over. Sorry, sweetheart. No. Sometimes it's over the smallest little thing where we would actually sit down and talk and correct it.
Yeah.
Because we valued people. We
Yeah.
valued friendship. To a point, of course.
Yeah.
You understand me? That's why we can have, we can all come back and say, yo, we had these conversations, because I don't remember having beef with anybody.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The people who I still talk to, I don't remember having beef with anybody.
Yeah.
Because what we cared about was dancing and going out. You understand me? These kids, they don't have that.
No.
And it all basically started when they took away the after school programs.
Mm.
You
When that
know
happened-
what? You know what's crazy, Nikki, is that I'm gonna say I'm going to say at least 10 years ago, I went back to Driftwood Community Center, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't recall it. It wasn't Leicester, but I had offered my services to come back and give to the community, and they said no.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean they said no?
I didn't at the time too. I was moving, so I never got into it, and my ego, I was highly offended, so
Yeah,
I never dug into it. I never addressed it. But I think whatever, because I wasn't there, I don't
yeah,
know what was going on. But I
yeah.
think it was in the stages of where they were eliminating all those programs for those kids. That, well, at least that's the excuse I'm using in my mind right now. There's nothing for them to do. There's
Yeah.
nowhere for them to go. So of
Yeah.
course there's going to be, those ones who have no value on
Mm-hmm.
life, that,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a lot of energy, and they could be getting their ass bust at home, whatever the case may be, and they have nowhere to express
Yeah.
that.
Hence why, Jay, I started my business, is the fact to help our young people,
Yeah,
do better, be better, because
yeah,
but yet it's like the buy-in is not there. Just like when we were young, our parents were flooding us in programs. Go do this, go do that. That's the only place that we were allowed to really be, was at programs and in Driftwood Community Center. Even though
Yeah.
in Driftwood Community Center was had such a bad reputation, our parents
yes,
still let us go
yes.
to the center. But
Well,
now it's like
it
they're
had
not willing to do nothing. Like duplicating and
listen,
getting money is all that they look for
yeah.
now. It's not about services.
The thing with Driftwood
I was
Center too is that it was it was a bad center. It was a bad, because everybody who had hardship was going there to
Yeah,
express
Yeah.
themselves.
yeah,
And just because you see someone that you think has a bad reputation and they're there, I would rather them be there than
hmm,
licking out against somebody out there on the street. So yes, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's But the problem is now is that if you don't put the kids in something, you don't have
Yeah.
them doing something.
yeah.
Devil
Yeah.
find work for idle hands.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. And you know what, too? Do you guys remember that the bad man them would just leave their stuff outside once they came into the center?
No. Listen, I used to work at
Not leave
Driftwood
their
Community
stuff,
Center.
but their
Yeah,
beefs or
yeah.
anything.
Listen, Thursday nights was soccer night. This is the night
Yes.
that
Mm-hmm.
we go inside, put the two nets on the side of the gym, and all the bad
Mm-hmm.
man them, all
Yeah.
of the bad
Mm-hmm.
man them used to be in
Mm-hmm.
there
You know them
playing
jerseys. I
soccer.
remember
If
the
Yeah.
jerseys.
if
I.
if they had a dispute, yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
know when that man leave
Yeah.
and come back with a trench coat, everybody come out of the gym. Everybody, let's go. All right, close
Time
up.
gone.
All
Time
right,
to time
bye.
to go home.
We knew. We knew.
But
That
so
means Thursday
different.
night, soccer done. So,
Hmm.
Thank you.
but again, and they knew that that was the only place that we had, so it wasn't
Yeah.
very frequent.
No, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
totally. It was a respect that unfortunately it's not being instilled. It's not happening in our young people today. And again,
Mm-hmm.
why I stressed I continue to push my business is because I'm still from the old school. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
still going to want to implement those kinds of, when you
Mm-hmm.
see me, you say good morning. When
Right.
you have some manners around adults. You know what I mean? Still, remember we couldn't walk into Lester would look at you, so give you one. If you don't say something to Lester, Yeah.
You walk in and start telling Lester about how your day was, and Lester's like, "Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Big
Good
up
afternoon."
Lester.
Until you
Big up
check it, you know
Lester,
what I mean?
boy.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
And Jay too. Jay, like, Jay Josette, doing her thing as well and
Oh,
keeping it
So
going.
that, yeah,
Josette also, like when Jay was moving on and you were out and Josette kind of came in, she kind of kept it
nice.
going, the way guys were running it.
yeah,
So she
yes,
Yeah.
still
yes.
kept it going a long time in that sort of
Mm-hmm.
mindset and keeping the youth programs focused. But she's also moved on too. So I don't know what's going on
Mm-hmm.
in Finch nowadays because I'm no
The
longer
funny
there.
thing is,
But
I was in Sheridan Mall, and someone who used to dance for us back in the day, I can't remember her name. Snap. Oh, I think she was Leroy's younger sister. If you remember who Leroy is.
them is going back in the brains.
Right.
Oh, anyways, his sister was she bucked me up and she recognized me. She's like, "So you don't age." But anyways, long story short, she was like, "Our kids need you." I was like, "Why?"
Ah,
She's like, "I'm finding out that my kids are interested in some of the things that I was interested when I was a child. So if they were stepping, I would force my child to go because I know that she would love it because she hears me doing my little pitter pats in the house and she wants to know what it is." I was like, "Are you serious?" She's like, "Would you do it?"
somebody said Marcy. Was the person named Marcy?
Is it Marcy? No, I think they're talking about Phil. Yeah, it's definitely big up Phil. I can't let
Oh,
Phil go as well.
oh, yeah.
Phil Edward,
Philip,
of course, he
100%.
knows Phil gets his
He's still
big up
there.
all the time, Drew.
Oh,
You too, Drew. You're like, Drew,
yes.
of course, Drew, you're also on the list of Finch Massives and also keeping us focused, and KO'd, Luther's brother, definitely. We're all in those
100%.
trenches.
100%.
But again, the
100%.
mindset, those mindsets that we had, unfortunately, it's not transferable. Like it's not, so all of you, I give platforms to. Phil's been on mine. I'm still close with Phil. Like, we're all still trying to do our part in any way that we can, but it's a different. This is why I don't think people understand why we big up Finch so much, even in our big grown age. We're still like Finch massive, Finch, because they really, yeah, we're
I remember
always.
after we won the step off competition and we went to the party over at Palisades, how we felt like, you know how we felt like royalty because everybody parked wait for us to walk through because we just won.
We were real celebrities, man.
We were like celebrities before it was cool, yo.
Okay.
TLC says there is not a lack of activities. Time needs to be invested into what the youth truly need. We generally care about the well-being of our kids because they were somebody's sister or brother. It's not the lack of activities we're saying, TLC. It's the quality of the activities. It's who
I'm
is
sorry.
running.
I'm sorry.
Who's running the
I'm
activities?
sorry. I'm going to have to dispute that. There is a lack of activities. If you and I don't know, is this person from the old school that just commented?
No.
All right, hold on. Let me just address that person for 1 second. It is a lack of activities. You want to know why? When I was working at Gifford Community Center, I used to drive a van full of equipment. Basketball nets, soccer, pylons, badminton. And we used to go into the hood, Chalk Farm, Gin and Finch, Chuchaway, drive the van. To go into the hood and find a grassy area to bring the youth together and play. When where they're doing that now?
They don't do that.
Where are the dance competitions?
No.
There are none.
Hold on. Big move. You remember when they had the competition for Yorkwood's library and it was a art competition?
Yes.
And our thing won before Yorkwood's library even opened. What happened
We
to
used to in the parking lot. Remember when we used to do the parking lots?
Girl, what happened to the
parking lot drop.
What happened to
Don't forget the talent shows over at
Mall?
Yeah,
what happened to the talent shows in Sheridan Mall, Albion Mall? Yes, it's a lack of opportunity.
Anywhere that we could dance, we were dancing. Anywhere, even when they told us not to, we would dance until they ran us.
Yeah.
There's no drive like that anymore.
Where's the Blackos? Where's the community
the Blacko? No Blackos.
They can't do that. Jay, they can't do that. Free Pia Pop Bun. They don't know how to behave themselves.
Yeah.
They don't know how to behave themselves. Free Pia Pop Bun. They will never know the joys of Blackos, house parties, basement parties in its truest form.
Yeah.
They never going to know.
But that's the behavior management that pieces that we have to, that's what I try to sort of instill in our youth. We have to manage behaviors, and even those small little things that we thought was not, like the manners, the little bit of manners. It's needed. Like, you know what I mean? It's relevant. And but there is activities. Okay, so Jay, she's responding. She says, y'all manage the activities, so did I, but you were invested into the community. I grabbed folks off of the subway. Okay. Not sure about that. We were invested in the community as well. Like the community,
we were invested where we live. We lived there.
Yeah, we lived there, so we had to be invested in the community. We couldn't
Absolutely.
do activities without the community members. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Exactly.
And the
We
thing
lived
is
there.
too, because the gunman them knew that,
Yeah,
they protected us.
yeah,
You understand what
so
I'm
much.
saying? Like there has right now there's a lack of respect.
Yeah,
And you know, people don't know the lines, like they just
yeah.
crossing. And the other day my son was showing me some Toronto music where the man was saying something about a deceased op. That's the new
Mm-hmm.
thing, to talk about the deceased opposition
Oh,
people.
honey, the new thing, Jay, hold on. The new thing
Ooh,
is to actually go into
the
what they consider our
oppositions.
territory and mess up. Let's say you have a memorial, they
Mm.
will videotape themselves pissing on the memorial that you created for somebody else.
My
Like these are
God.
the levels.
I know for
These are
a
the
fact.
levels I've seen.
I know
I
for a
don't.
fact.
How do you fix that? How do you change that? How do you get to people who you understand me? And remember, they're coming from the generation of don't open the door
Mm-hmm.
unless if anybody's coming in here, they have a key. Don't open this door.
Mm-hmm.
So they were left inside the house while mom and dad are gone partying.
Yeah,
That's the generation's children we're dealing with now.
yeah.
It's
And
definitely T Chubb. I'm sorry if
TLC
I read
Hub.
that. Yeah, you're when you say it's definitely a different time now, you're absolutely correct. But I think that there is an essence of what the old time upbringing
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be
Yes.
implemented back into what
Yes.
this is. The
Yeah.
manners, the respect.
If
Yes,
the phone cuts off before I get a chance to say I love you guys, I love you guys. I'm in the kitchen frying some chicken. Don't bother me.
oh my
All right,
God, I'm
now find
gonna
the
die.
charger. You think that's good?
It's definitely a different time now, but we, especially my generation,
Yes.
us, we have to figure out how we can help them.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yes.
the thing is that they're navigating in a different time with
Yeah.
social
Yes.
media now. Like now, Lord Jesus, I went on
Can
to
you imagine if we had
I
social
was
media
on
when we were young?
IG
No, I
and
can't
I
imagine if we had social media back in
oh
our
my
day.
God.
Every single voluntary thing you did, and it
Mm-mm.
had an opportunity to be online. Jesus. Hey.
Oh my God. You know,
I felt the spirit in that one.
just being able to have access to all that information.
Yeah.
Me as an adult,
Imagine.
I have trouble, you
Mm-hmm.
know, trying to get myself aligned with all this information,
Yeah.
and it's making us numb. It's making us dumb.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and we need to figure out. And the kids are smart. I'm not saying that
They're brilliant, but it's
they're
like they're
light
bored.
years ahead of us. I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
Yes.
but we have to figure out how to help them navigate this shit.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we have to, like you said, the people who are running these programs that are so out there, TLC Hub, they have to start implementing those, like Jay said, those skills that were keeping us back day, like where you respect each other, where the mandem, you understood that that's the lifestyle that they're dealing with, but
Mhm.
you can create a safe space for them as well, and they will respect it. They
Yeah.
will respect it in
Yeah.
you if you
Yes.
respect them and theirs. So
Yes.
definitely, I think that's the difference that is lacking in our, in our community now,
I
in our program.
love you guys. I gotta go. Bye.
Well, we love you, Jen. I will do this again, girl. Don't worry. I will try to get everybody on again, and we will
Yes.
have this going again. TLC says, I believe we are hungry. Back in the day, I work with high school youth now by force. Oh, I lost the comment. Oh, wait. I
The access
accept
is just
it's
not the
just not
same
the
as
same as it used to be. They are stunted. Yeah, they're stunted because of all this technology, all of it, bombarding them, and nobody really giving them the tools of how to really maneuver it in a more effective way.
so
It's there.
no social way.
Yeah,
Social. We have lost social skills. We can't have a conversation anymore. It's through text
yeah,
message. We don't
yeah.
call each other on the phone.
True.
It's we are losing that interpersonal conversation or skills that we could be having with people. So
So
it's
true.
a lot. It's a big issue. It's a major issue. It's something that we can't cover in our little live right now.
No. And
And
I thank you so much for being
thank you.
on, for giving us your
Absolutely.
time. I appreciate, I love you,
I
and
had
continue
time
to
today,
do
girl.
you. Continue to do you. Anything that you coming up, tell me so we could pop on and promote it and get it popping for you, because we love you, Luther, Big Moves, all of us. Drew, thanks for being on here. Phil, all of you. And next we want to try to get Julie,
That would be cute. That's my
Yes, I
girl.
will try to get Julie. I will be reaching out to her people.
Listen, just to leave with some words of encouragement, especially to
Yes, please.
T Chubb, and I'm sorry if I'm talking shit about your name or whatever.
TLC Hub. TLC Hub.
TLC. Hi, sorry,
TLC Hub.
TLC Hub. Um, you know, it's difficult.
I will partner, Drew. I will partner. Drew says I work with the youth in the jail and I'm open to anyone that wants to partner. I'm
See, that's
here,
what I'm
Drew.
talking
Link
about.
me.
And I think that is going to what I was leading up to by saying it takes a village. And
Yes.
we have to get back to that mentality, or
Yes.
else we're going to be lost and it's going to get worse. So I'm
I totally.
praying for the safety. I'm sending out good energy, good frequencies to everybody in Jane and Finch, everybody in the world right now, that we could find healing, patience, love,
Mm-hmm.
empathy. Yeah, big up yourself,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes. Thank
Yes,
TLC Hub. She wants to pop on and just say
yes,
hello.
yes, yes. Blessings, blessings, everybody.
Hi.
This is TLC
Hi,
Hub.
Madam. Can you see me okay?
We can hear you.
I
Yeah, we
can,
can
but
see hear you.
I got
We're
to
just
jump off.
wrapping it up so you can say your last words.
Yeah, quickly, please.
Okay. No, I didn't receive any disrespect from what you're saying. I
Good.
totally get what you're saying. I literally work with kids right now, and the reason I say lack is because our systems are not designed anymore the way that they used to be. We were
Mm-hmm.
all in environments where we had access. You had a gym, you had a place where you guys can
Absolutely.
congregate. Now, if there's 5 of you, it's a gang.
Oh
So,
my
Yeah.
God.
you know, and that's without any management. You know what I'm
Wow.
Yeah.
saying? So when I say lack, like I run a plethora of workshops. I run anything that I can for these kids. I go into my daughter's school. We're not allowed.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
go. I go
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because they need to see the
Yeah.
presence of somebody who cares. They need to see the presence of somebody that says, look, I know you guys are stressed. I know you're depressed. I know you want things to do, but everybody's got a
Mm-hmm.
screen and everybody's got a
Yeah.
video game. Nobody plays
Mm-hmm.
basketball anymore. Nobody goes outside, So this is a lot of the issues why they're not able to hold on to a dream. They're
Yeah.
not able to force themselves into trying to do things. I
Mm-hmm.
forced myself. I know I met Luther way back in the day. I don't come from Finch. I drove to Finch. I drove to Finch so that I could get that feel of community and understand. You know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
reality
Yeah.
is not everybody has that drive. Not everybody
Yeah.
has that dose. Nobody has a parent or a support system to say, hey, what do you need? It's just not
Yeah.
there anymore. So I totally get what you're saying, and you are right. There could be more. Nobody wants to dance. Everybody wants to dance. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants to
But
dance.
not everybody a dancer. Okay.
But that's
Facts.
okay as
Facts.
long as you're doing
Mhm.
something and
That's
putting some
okay.
moves to it.
It's true. It's true.
That's right. I'm a vocalist, and I know that everybody can't sing, but everybody can sing.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
why,
Amen.
there are people out there who are dancing. Like, I don't think J-Lo can sing. I'm sorry, but she can dance. You know what I'm saying? That didn't stop her from singing. It didn't stop her from
Yeah.
singing. But
Yeah.
somebody toted her in that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
that's really what missing. Our parents, even us from our generation, we are scorned. We are
Mm-hmm.
scorned from broken families. And with broken families comes somebody who's not at home, who's not at work. You guys ran programs. You
Mm-hmm.
fed people
Yeah,
so
Yes.
that
man.
their minds could be ready and alert. It's just not there anymore. It's not there
That's
Yeah.
messed
anymore.
up. That's
Well,
messed
we
up.
got our
That's all I have to say.
we got our Joy still got 3 rotations on the windmill. That's what Drew said, Joy. I don't know what that means. That must be some kind of joke between you two.
You
Drew.
know what?
You can
Drew
keep
said
He
what?
going.
says I still got 3 rotations on the windmill.
He's talking. Is he talking about breakdancing? I'm done.
I think that's what
Yeah.
he's like, what?
Listen,
Well, thank you
and
so much, Jay. I
yeah,
so appreciate it. Thank you, TLC Hub. We will do this again.
Bless
We
you
will
guys.
we
keep
will.
the momentum going.
Blessings.
And I
And we
appreciate
need
you
to
guys.
do
Love you.
this. We need to
Yes.
do this.
Yes. When you
Okay.
are able to come back to Toronto, we will connect. We will keep it going. We'll keep it
Yes,
going.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Take care, everybody. Thank
Blessings.
you. Good
Good night, guys.
night.
Big up.